Hey YouTube, Pack Fresh Pokemon here, bringing you a PSA submission video. Today I'm going to show you guys two separate PSA submissions that will be going out over the next few days. One of them is pretty big, it's 50 cards. The other is just a small 6-card submission that I'll be basically paying with using my PSA membership vouchers. So we're going to start with the smaller order, so let's get cracking. Okay. First up, we have a holographic Litten promo. This came with the collector's tin, the Sun and Moon collector's tin. You got a Litten, you got Poplio, and you got a Rowlet as well, along with some packs and some pencils and a notepad. It was a really, really cool little setup. I highly recommend getting it if you guys haven't seen it yet. The promos that came with it, like I said, there were 3. This one, Poplio, and Rowlet. They were kind of like embedded in that sort of plastic, and so popping them out, the Rowlet and the Poplio got a little bit damaged. That's okay. I mean, they're still really cute. I'll keep them for my personal collection. The Litten came out fine though. And when I went to put this into the PSA submission sheet, I was really surprised to see that this is the only one that's going to be sent out so far. There hasn't been one sent out to be graded yet. It wasn't in their system, so this will be the first one going out. And I'm really excited about that. It'll probably get a 9. The borders aren't perfect. So, really cool. Can't wait to get the grade back on that. Okay, next up we have a first edition Neo Revelation Misdreavus holographic. I pulled this from a pack last night. I was really excited. This is a really desirable card from Neo Revelations. And the only thing that's a little disappointing is that it's really riddled with factory lines. For those of you who don't know, factory lines are the little tiny straight lines that go across the holographic. It's like a small printing error. It's pretty common actually, especially in the Neo Revelation set. A lot of cards from that set have factory lines. This one is no exception. This one has quite a few. So I'm hoping it gets a 9. I'll be really happy with an 8 in any event. So anyway, amazing card. Was so happy when I pulled it. Can't wait to see what it gets. Okay, another Neo Revelation. That's a Lugia Neo Revelation, non-holographic first edition. This is an amazing card. I mean, Lugia is just awesome, especially if you're like an older Pokemon fan and you have fond memories of seeing the second movie in theaters. Lugia is absolutely one of my favorites. And this is an amazing card, even though it's on holographic. I love the Neo Revelation set. Even the non-holos are really, really, really cool. This one's no exception. I'm hoping for a 10. His borders are perfect. There's no scratches. He's not off-center. There's no white marks in the corners. Really hoping for a 10. And like all the other cards I send out to PSA, these will all go up on eBay to be sold. So watch out for him. He's coming. Okay, next card we have a holographic Mewtwo from the base 2 set. Loving this card. It's in really good condition. Base set 2, I said it in a prior video, has some issues with grading. This one, luckily, is in great condition. There are no factory lines. Borders are a little off, so we're probably looking at like a 9, but hey, that's great. I mean, Mewtwo is definitely one of the coolest base holographics, so I was really excited when I pulled that. Okay, next up we have a Black Star Promo Mew. This card's pretty old. I don't remember, oh gosh, to what capacity this card was released. I think it's a League promo. But it's a great card. It's got the Galaxy foil. He's got some swirling holographic in there. I mean, he's such a cute Mew card. He's adorable. I can't wait to send him out. He'll probably get a 9. He's not perfect. He's got a few scratches on him. But that's okay. It's really cool. Bought him a few years ago off eBay for a pretty low price. So, great card. Okay, and here we have a Shadowless Squirtle. He's just one of the commons, but he's one of the starters, so I feel like he's worth having graded. Probably won't get a 10. He's got some border issues. He's not quite centered, but still a great card. Charmander's my sentimental favorite, but Squirtle's also really awesome. And I love the Shadowless blue here. It's just a really nice kind of marbly blue color. Really loving it. Okay, so that does it for the first submission. Like I said, only 6 cards. These are going to come back fairly quick. There's a 10-day turnaround time on those. The 50-card submission, not so much. It's going to be about 2 months altogether. So let us dive into that. I'm really excited about some of the cards in here. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go a little quicker through these since there's so many. I don't want this video to be, you know, an hour and a half long for your guys' sake. Okay, so first up we have a Rayquaza promo. I got this out of the Rayquaza EX box. Really cool card. I mean, Rayquaza is awesome. I love the legendaries. I mean, you can't go wrong with the legendaries. I haven't seen a lot of these go up for sale, so I'm not really too sure how to price it. I guess depending on what kind of grade it gets. I'm hoping for a 9. Came out of the box, but I was able to pop it out gently, so the condition stayed good. And really cool galaxy foil. It's just cool. He's like twisting through the clouds. Like, it's pretty scary. I mean, he's smiling, but you know, that doesn't mean he's not a total badass. So, can't wait to send him off. Okay, next we have an Ancient Mew. This is a Movie 2 promo. Lots of these guys floating around. I actually have 6 of them I'm sending off. All of them in really good condition. I hope they all get 10s. One of the coolest promos, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a reverse holo. It's not a regular holo. The whole thing is a holo. So that's just so awesome. You got one of these cards if you went to see the second movie, but you only got the card if you went to see the movie during its first week of release. I didn't see it the first week. I saw it maybe the second or third week, so I did not get one of these, unfortunately. But, you know, that's okay. There's tons of them out there, still sealed, so it's a really easy card to get in good condition. There's a lot of Gem Mint 10s out there. Despite its, you know, despite the fact that it's not that rare, they're still very popular. And I'm really excited to be sending out 6 of them. So I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, since they're all identical. Let's see here. Actually, I have another Ancient Mew going out. This is not a movie promo. This was actually the Japanese promo. This is the corrected version. Not the first corrected version, but the second one. If you guys don't know the story, the initial Mew promo that was released for the second movie in Japan had a pretty glaring error. Instead of saying Nintendo, it said Nintendo, I believe. It was missing one of the N's. So they corrected it subsequently. The first correction card is worth a lot of money in a Gem Mint or a 9. It's a pretty rare card. The holo foil is different. It's kind of got like a speckled look as opposed to like a galaxy foil. This is also a Japanese version of the card. It's the second version of it that was released. It's the corrected version, but it's the second corrected version. It doesn't say Nintendo, it says Nintendo. The only difference is the holo foil is different. It more resembles the English movie release with the galaxy foil. Card's a little bit different. It feels a little bit thinner. The American release I like to think is a little bit darker. It's a really cool card. It's definitely a little bit rarer than the American released version. So I'm really excited to send this out. I hope it gets a 10. Fingers crossed. Okay, next up we have, speaking of movie promos, we have another Movie 2 promo. This is the Zapdos. If you went to see the movie in America, you got either Zapdos, Articuno, or Moltres, and this ran throughout the film's entire theatrical run in this country. And I believe I got a Moltres, if I remember correctly. Zapdos is really cool. I'm sending out 3 of each. And hopefully that turns out well. I love the second movie. I think it did a great job of showcasing the legendary birds and just their immense power. It's really, really spectacular animation direction in that film. And I'm excited to send these off. A lot of nostalgia here. I'll probably sell them off in sets, depending on what kind of grades they get. So there we go. We got 1, second Zapdos, another Zapdos. And there's the Moltres. Moltres is very cool. 1, 2, 3. Articuno. Articuno is my favorite, I think. Ice types are just so cool. So we got 1, 2, and 3 of those. Next is... we're into some new stuff now. We got a Brock's Grit full art from the XY Evolution set. Really digging the full arts. These are pretty cool. I mean... I'm rather new to the new Pokemon cards. I just started collecting them, I'd like to say maybe 2 months ago, and when I first started pulling these full arts, I was like, wow, I was really pretty impressed by them. They're very cool, very shiny. This is a good card, really off-center though, it's not going to get a 10. Hoping for a 9. It's got a little chip there too on the side. That came right out of the pack like that, so, oh well, what are you going to do? But, really cool card. Can't wait to see what it gets. Okay, another full art, a Mewtwo EX, also from the XY Evolution. Great card. Can't go wrong with Mewtwo. Mewtwo is always an awesome pull, no matter what. Can't wait to see what he pulls, probably not a 10. His borders are off. It's a common problem, but that's okay. Still really neat card. Okay, ooh, here we have an Umbreon GX from the Sun and Moon series. This is the first holo. Actually, the only holo I've ever drawn from Sun and Moon. I haven't had great luck with those packs, but what are you going to do? I'm glad the one that I did pull was a really good one. Love an Umbreon. He's my favorite EV Evolution. Hoping for a 10 on this. The borders are perfect. There are no white chips on the corners. Great card. Love the yellow and the black combination on him. Really great design. Straighten out that pile. It's going to fall over. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Next we have, ooh, I'm excited about this one. It is an Entei reverse holo from, I believe, Ancient Origins. I bought this off eBay only because I love Entei. Entei is, I think, my favorite legendary because I love the third movie. It's my favorite out of all the movies. But this is just such a cool card. And when I was plugging this to the PSA submission page, there was no prior information, which leads me to believe it's the first one anyone's ever sent out. I don't know if people are really big on sending these out to PSA, these reverse holos. I think they're really cool, especially when it comes to the legendaries. I mean, you can't go wrong. So, really hoping for a 10 on this Entei. He looks perfect, no chipping on the back. Borders are great. The holo looks perfect, no factory lines. So, fingers crossed for that one. It's going to go in the pile. Ooh, next we have another reverse holo, a Mewtwo reverse holo from the XY Evolution. Once again, I'm sending it out because it looks almost perfect. Borders are great. Holofoil is awesome. No scratches. Hoping for a 10. Okay, we're back into some Neo Revelation. Skarmory, first edition, non-holo. Loving this card. Design is very similar to the Lugia, the way he's just kind of swooping down. Really, really great card. Okay, another Neo Revelation, Kingdra non-holo. Really cool that he's kind of like in the middle of an attack. Maybe like Water Gun, maybe, no, Bubble Beam. He's got some bubbles in there. Probably not a 10, but he's first edition, so definitely worth having graded. I'm a big fan of Neo Revelation. I've actually all the Neo sets, but Neo Revelation is just awesome. I mean, even if you, even when I don't get holos, I get really excited because the non-holo rares are just so cool in that set. Another Neo Revelation, so happy, pull another Entei. Like I said, loving Entei. Entei is just so cool. He's in really great condition. I'm really hoping for a 10 on this. No factory, well no, there wouldn't be factory lines because he's a non-holo, but no really visible flaws. Centering's really good on the back. It's a little off. I'm hoping it's just good enough though to warrant that 10, so we'll see about that. Ooh, Neo Revelation Ho-Oh first edition holographic. Oh my gosh. This is like this and the Entei, and maybe I guess the Shining Gyarados are kind of like the, and the Shining Magikarp too. Can't forget about Magikarp. Or, man, these are like the holy grails of the Neo Revelation set. They're just, oh, such a cool card. I mean, he's looking glorious, and I love Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh. Actually, he's called Ho-Oh in Japan, I believe, but Ho-Oh, I think, is my favorite Pokemon. I mean, ever since that first episode when, you know, Ash sees him flying overhead into the rainbow, I mean, I still get chills when I watch that. It's so cool. And this is just such an amazing card. I mean, he looks really powerful and really mean, and the holofoil is great. It's just, oh, it's like epic. It's so neat. I didn't pull this from a pack myself. It's actually one of only a few cards I didn't pull from a pack that's in this submission. Bought him off eBay for what I thought was a really fair price, and really hoping for a 9 on him. I don't think he'll get a 9. He's got some factory lines going through him, but that's okay. Nevertheless, no matter what I get, he's still an amazing card. So cool. Okay, I think this might be the last Neo Revelation. This is actually a Japanese Neo Revelation holographic Aerodactyl. What's interesting is this particular card was featured in the American release, except that he wasn't holographic. You can only get the holographic Aerodactyl in the Neo Revelation, in the Japanese packs. In Neo Revelation English, he was not holographic, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, Aerodactyl's so cool. He totally deserves a holo. This is an amazing card. I'm hoping for a 10. I'm pretty sure it'll get a 10. The bordering's perfect on both sides. No scratches. Japanese cards tend to be better made than the English ones, so you're more likely to get a 10. Nevertheless, I'm happy for a 10 in any respect, so Really hoping for that. We're about, I guess halfway through here. Keep going. Ooh, we have a holographic Yanma from Neo Discovery. This is a really cute card. I was so happy when I pulled this. I'm a big fan of Neo Discovery. Even the packs themselves, like I love the cover art. Like the Pokemon are hanging around like this ancient temple. It's just, ooh, it's really cool. It's got like a lot of atmosphere to it. Great cards in that set. You got Umbreon, Espeon. This Yanma's great. It's got some factory lines, unfortunately. Like I said, pretty common for the Neo sets. But nevertheless, so cute. Just loving that guy. Really, really cool. Non-first edition, but still a great card. Ooh, actually, this is my favorite, I think, of all the Neo Discovery cards. This Umbreon, even though he's a non-holo, just such a cool card. Really just like editorial, really kind of tells a story. Like it looks like maybe he might be in the middle of some kind of battle with temple behind him. It's just, the color combinations are amazing. The black, the yellow, the purple, the sunset. Loving this card. Really hope he gets a 10. He's pretty perfect for the most part. A few maybe off borders, maybe a little off in the back, but what are you going to do? Really great card. Ooh, here we have a reverse holographic Execute from the Legendary Collection series. I love Legendary Collection. I mean, who doesn't? Apparently everyone must love the Legendary Collection because the packs go for like 80 bucks a piece on eBay, and that's actually the low end of the price spectrum. So I was really happy to get this. The pack I got didn't have a holo in it, unfortunately, but that's what's so cool about Legendary Collection. You're guaranteed one of these great non-holos. The Firework holo is so cool. And I'm a big fan of the Execute card. I love how they all have different expressions. It's just such a cool card, and I'm really looking forward to getting this back graded. These are very desirable. Ooh, we got a Dark Arbok from the Rocket series, holographic. He's in great shape, non-first edition. It's a pretty scary card, man. Ooh, he's got like the evil smile on his hood. Ooh, he's definitely a little scary. He's a lot scarier than Jesse's Arbok, that's for sure. And really looking forward to see what he gets. Ooh, here we have a holographic first edition Giovanni from Gym Challenge. Big fan of Gym Challenge. Even the trainer holographics I think are awesome, like Sabrina, Blaine, Koga, and here Giovanni's actually one of my favorites. He's, I guess, considered to be one of the least popular in the set, which I was surprised to learn because I think he's awesome. I love the emerald green background. He's just, I mean, come on, he's Giovanni. He's the head of Team Rocket. He's got, he's head of the Earth badge. He's awesome. He's looking good here too. He's looking spiffy, and I think he has a shot at a 10 too. So really hoping for that. Fingers crossed. Okay, Alakazam, base 2. Always happy to pull an Alakazam. He's in good shape. Borders are off, really off. Not enough to warrant the off-center grade, but he's got a factory line as well. Probably pull a 9, but really cool. Nidoking, base 2. Looking really good. Great condition. No factory lines. Pretty rare for the base 2 set. Borders are great. Hoping for a 10. Population for a 10 on this card, though, is really low. I think it might be under 20, so I'm not holding my breath on that. But hey, we'll see. You never know when you're going to get lucky. Ugh. Base 2 holo, Hitmonchan. You know what? Nobody wants to open a pack and see Hitmonchan looking up at you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's still a holo. He's great. But he's probably one of my least favorite from base. You know, when I was a kid, oh, so stupid. I thought those were his cheeks. Or his boxing gloves, obviously. But just thought I'd share that. Still, though, I was happy when I pulled it. Still Hitmonchan. He's still holographic. So we'll see. Probably not a 10, but oh well. No big deal. Ooh, I was very happy to pull a base 2 holographic Zapdos. I love Zapdos. He is just so cool. He's slowly but surely becoming my favorite legendary bird. Of the 3 anyway. Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos. Zapdos is pretty neat. It's pretty scary, and he's really strong too in the game. So, big fan of that. He has a shot at a 10. No factory lines. The borders are looking really good. So, once again, low pop for a 10. But hey, you never know. Fingers crossed. Ooh, a first edition Fossil Lapras holographic. Oh my gosh, out of all the cards in this set, I'm praying the most for this one to get a 10. Really hard to get a 10. Gorgeous card. Lapras is looking, he's looking pretty scary in this. In the anime, he's always so cute, but here he's like, he's really fierce. He's looking like the Loch Ness Monster, like he's going to take a bite out of something. But really hoping for a 10. He's pretty perfect as far as I can tell. Borders are great, no factory lines, hollow's pretty flawless. I mean, God, look at that hollow. I mean, it's just so gem minty. It's so sparkly. But, you know, regardless of what he gets, I'll still be happy. I pulled him from a pack. I was really excited when it happened. Let's see. Oh, here we have a Muck. He's first edition. Fossil Muck. Probably my least favorite hollow of the set. Still really cool, but the hollow itself is just so muted. He's not that shiny, you know? But nonetheless, Muck himself is still a really cool Pokemon. So, hoping for a 9 or a 10 on this. Even in a 10, he's still not worth that much. He's only worth about 60 tops, but still a great card. Ooh, one of my favorites, Aerodactyl, first edition from the Fossil set. Pulled him as well. Love the foreshortening and the artwork. Really hoping for a 10. Once again, we will see. Kabutops, Fossil, non-first edition. Great card. I love the Fossil Pokemon. They're just so fierce and scary. They're really, really cool. Hoping for a 9 on him. He's been around the block a few times. I've had him for a long time. First edition Pidgeot from the Jungle set. At first I was really excited when I pulled this card until I really started looking at it. He's got a lot of flaws on him. No factory lines, which is great. Hollow itself looks great, but he's got a lot of silvering around the edges. The bottom here is kind of a little on the ragged side. It was kind of a common problem in Jungle and Fossil. The cuts weren't fantastic. Little off center. He's got some discoloring over here as well. Hoping for an 8. A 9 would be some kind of miracle, but hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Still a great card. Okay, Nidoking base set, holographic, one of my favorite from the base sets. Nidoking is just so cool. Like, he's just so tough looking, and you know, even though he's pink, he still comes out like looking like a real badass. So it's really awesome. Can't wait to see what he gets. Ooh, Venusaur from the base set, Unlimited. Was so happy when I pulled this. Great colors. I love the emerald. I mean, he's one of the starter evolutions. You can't go wrong. Hoping for a 10. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. Another Hitmonchan. This one's just plain old base set. Looking really good, though. The holofoil's nice on him. Yeah, I hate to come down on Hitmonchan so hard, but I don't know. It's just, you know, there's something with the humanoid Pokemon I don't like that much. Like, they're just, I don't know, they're a little creepy. Like, how did this happen? Like, where did these humanoid Pokemon come from? You know, it's just... I mean, they're supposed to be like creatures, and I don't know, the human-looking ones are just kind of creepy. I mean, Mewtwo's very humanoid-looking, but it's understandable. He's not a product of nature. He's a clone. You know, he's a product of science. So you can kind of excuse him. Plus, he's just so awesome. But I don't know, man. Mr. Mime is creepy. I mean, where the heck did Mr. Mime come from? It's just, ugh, I don't know. But anyway, not to digress. Still a nice card. You know, we'll see what it gets. Probably a 9. Okay, we have Poliwrath. Much like the Kabutops, this guy's been around the block a few times, hoping for a 9 on him. In good shape, you know, I've had him for a couple years. Okay, we're getting down to the end here. Ooh, one of my favorite non-hollows from base set, Dragonair. Such a beautiful card. Absolutely my favorite Dragonair in all the Pokemon sets. Just amazing colors, the purples and the dark blues. This is a great card in terms of its condition. Probably get a 10. I'm hoping for a 10. You know, it's a little easier to get 10s in the non-hollow, so I'm pretty hopeful for that. Okay, here we have a Lass rare, and this is from base set, but this particular one's a bit special because it's from the UK print, which you guys know is, you know, they're very desirable, especially in 10s. I think this has a shot at a 10. The only difference between the UK print and the other release, the original, you know, base set release, other than the fact that, you know, they were printed in the UK, is they have the 1999-2000 date on them, whereas the regular base set only has the 1999 date. So, very desirable. God, if you have like a Charizard and Gem Mint 10 from the UK set, it's worth about $2,500. This obviously will be worth a lot less, even if it's a 10, but I thought it would be fun to send out something from the UK collection. Okay, UK print, I should say. Okay, we have an Imposter Professor Oak. He's a rare. You know, no one likes to open up the base set. Even worse than a Hitmonchan is getting a trainer rare. I mean, nobody wants a scoop up. Let's be honest, okay? That's not good for anyone. It's not good. But nonetheless, you know, Imposter Professor Oak is a pretty cool trainer. I like the design of the card. The concept behind it's pretty cool. Hoping for a 10 on him. He's just plain old base set. He's not from the UK print. The only reason I'm sending him out is because I think he might have a shot at a 10, and a 10 is good no matter what it is, so fingers crossed. Okay, looking at, ooh, just two more. Ooh, we have a Japanese base set Charizard. I'm pretty excited about this one. I don't think it's going to get a 10 or even a 9. It's got some minor condition problems. The front looks fantastic. The holofoil is amazing. It's got some weird edge wear going on. I forget what side. I think it's on this side. It's not really a crease. It's kind of like, almost like an indentation. I don't know, kind of like whatever it is, it walks the fine line between a crease and just, you know, ordinary edge wear, I guess. The back is also a little bit scratched up. I'll be happy with an 8 in this card. Okay, last one, we have a Shadowless Electabuzz. It's actually from the only Shadowless pack I've ever opened. I was really happy to get a Pokemon. I mean, Holo would have been great, but I was really happy to get Electabuzz as opposed to like a trainer, like I said, like Scoop Up or, you know, energy, super energy removal or something like that. Electabuzz is a pretty awesome card despite the fact that he's on Holo. And this one is Shadowless, so that makes him a little special. And hoping for a 9 on him. I don't think he'll score the 10 based on his borders, but we'll see. Okay guys, that's all 50 cards. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry if it got a little boring, if I was, you know, rambling a little bit. But when these go up for when these come back from the PSA, I'll probably get them back in either late October or early November. They're all going to go up on eBay immediately, so watch out for that. And of course, I will be doing a PSA return video for both of these PSA returns. You guys will be the first to see them before they go up on eBay. So, thanks again for watching, and happy hunting!